franchise behind.
You make it sound so final, but it is. It is. It's really, it's bittersweet as we've been sharing because it's over. I'm in denial, sorry. It's over, but it's also been such a wonderful experience in the fact that so many people love the show and that it's still going to be on the air is really nice.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna miss it, but it's not like we cut complete contact off with each other. Like, we still know each other, we're still involved, you know. So it's just not going to the same workplace and being in that environment ever again. It's something that the only way we'll be able to relive that is just by watching episodes. It's kind of sad, but at the same time, you have to be appreciative of what we did have, I guess.
Did you guys take any memento from the set, like any prop or anything?
Yeah, I took they gave us our wands, the wizards, you know, menus. We took everything.
I took salt and pepper shakers.
Anything to remember, I guess.
I took vases, they're now in my kitchen. And a napkin dispenser from the substation is in my breakfast nook. And I took the umbrella holder, which makes no sense because it doesn't rain in LA. But it's there in my living room with 7 umbrellas stuffed into it, and it looks great.
Do you guys have a favorite episode when you look back over the years?
My favorite episode was probably the Crazy 10-Minute Sale. That was like the second episode that we ever filmed. That was basically the first time you got to know who the characters were, you know, what direction the show was going to go in, and really just set the tone for what we became, I guess.
If you could sum up your experience, what would you say it was like? What was the best thing about it? Like, just summing up.
For me, I thought of one word. It was joyous. It was a great time in my life when my kids were little. Doing what I love to do in a show that was so well written with such wonderful, talented people. It was like, wow. And then it was so well received. We won 2 Emmys. And the global fans, it's just joy. Joy, 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 joy. I can't think of a downside. You know? It's almost like, I can't believe it happened. Will it ever happen this good? I don't know. But it was really special. It was very special.
What are you gonna miss from this show?
This show, I'm gonna miss working with the crew and working with the cast every day, and I'm gonna miss playing my character Max because it was so much fun with the unpredictable antics that the writers wrote, and I'm gonna miss getting to work obviously with David, Selena, Maria, you know, David, Greg, everybody involved with the show really made it the experience that it was. You know, I think if anybody else, or if we had a different cast and different people involved, I don't think it wouldn't have been as enjoyable of an experience as it was.
Is there any part of Max you think you'll take with you?
This thing?
Yeah, he's a wild card. Like, he does some crazy stuff. He does a lot of things that are uncalled for. Sometimes he takes it too far, and at times it gets unrealistic because a lot of his antics don't really come from anywhere. They're just really sporadic and spur of the moment. So it's hard to relate, I guess, to that, and it's hard to think, like, when you think in depth, like what my character's motivation is. Well, you don't really know because he doesn't have one in particular. There's really no direction, which
But you're such a down-to-earth, grounded guy. But that goes to show, in my opinion, how good you are, because you played this guy on his own wavelength very, very well.
Yeah, it was hard figuring out like who the character was, because in the beginning of the show they didn't really know what they wanted Max to be. It was like a last-minute addition. So there were the first couple episodes. Sometimes he was smart, sometimes he wasn't. Sometimes he was intuitive. Other times he was a ditz. He was really all over the place. But I think like second and third season, you started to get to know Max, and his true character, I think, really came out.
Do you guys and Selena, do you want to go?
My bad.
Have
fun.
No. Do you guys, with Selena and David, do you guys feel like you're a real life family because you became so close?
Yeah. Well, I think David and Selena have been really important in my life, just being there for me, being good friends, and someone like Maria's like my surrogate mom, so I'm sure she feels the same way.
I do. How can you not? You know,
Yeah.
playing the mom. I do feel very motherly towards them. I love them dearly, especially since they grew up right in front of me. Now they have great parents, all of them, and I don't overstep my bounds. But I've been known to give some unsolicited advice from time to time.
A lot of it beneficial though.
Because I love them. So yes, you're right about that.
How do you think fans will respond to the finale? Do you think they'll be surprised? Will they be happy? Will they be shocked? I know you can't tell us what it is.
I think for the most part, I hope fans are excited, and I think they're excited, but I hope fans are. I hope their expectations are met, because there are certain fans who only want Alex to win. There are certain fans who only want Justin to win, like Max. So I hope everybody gets what they want with the conclusion. But I know there are some people that are going to be a little disappointed. But yeah, it's a really cool ending, and I think it's something that appeals to everybody.
Yeah, I think they'll be satisfied. It's got all of the great elements that the show had, and I don't think they'll be able to guess it. It's not very predictable.
No.
So yeah, I think they'll be satisfied.
So what's next for you guys?
I have a movie called New Year's Eve, which is out now. That's been out for like a week now, and then I have a movie called Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn that I'm
Jake is helping.
hoping to come out soon.
Wow.
Yeah.
So stepping out of the Disney.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to working with Disney again. It's just taking whatever roles I guess I get. As an actor, you're auditioning for so many different things that you're not really too specific on what you want to do. And I'm never going to say I'm not going to work with a certain company again. There are some kids who do that, but that's not smart to burn any bridges. So, if they offer me anything, that'd be great. But I'm just wanting to become a better actor. So whatever roles I can take to improve my game, that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, and he's maturing. I could see him doing. Like it doesn't surprise me that he's done 2 films. You know, I think there's a depth to Jake that is made for cinema, in my opinion. Not that he's not great on TV too. He is, but you're a movie star, dude. He's James Dean. Come on, it's so obvious. For me, I've enjoyed this time off. You know, I have 2 kids. My husband and I have been very busy. I love it, but I'm itching to go back too. And so I'm looking forward to pilot season, and I hope to do another comedy because I love it. It comes easy to me, and the hours are great because you get to be a mom. You get to be with your kids, pick them up from school. That's another reason Wizards was so great is that we were there from like 9 to 2:30 in the afternoon. That was it, except shoot nights. And then, it was just wonderful. So hopefully I'll do another show. Hopefully it'll be as great as Wizards. But they have a tough act to follow because Wizards was awesome.
Christmas is coming. What are you gonna do for Christmas and for New Year's? Do you have some plans or purpose?
What are you gonna do?
Well, I think we're going to stay in town this year. Usually in the past, we've gone to Miami where I'm from, or Texas where my husband's from. And we're going to stay in town this year and maybe drive up to Mammoth and see some snow for the girls. But I'm looking forward to having a cozy Christmas. And, we got into really cooking this year for Thanksgiving. We made everything from scratch. Everything. Even like the green bean casserole. We made fresh green bean casserole. Like your own onions. It was awesome. So my husband's like, let's do more of that during the Christmas break. Let's cook more. Like, why can't we do Thanksgiving again? The food.
But did he cook?
He cooks. He helps me. He helps me. So I'm looking forward to that. Being home and cooking and for New Year's, I don't know yet. I don't know. That'd probably go out and dance.
I've never spent the holidays outside of New York. I've always either been at my grandfather's apartment, my aunt's apartment, or some relative's place. But I think this year we're gonna do it at my place. My mom and my grandmother, they always cook authentic Puerto Rican food, which is kind of not controversial, but it's the last thing you would expect on Christmas is arroz con pollo and rice and beans and everything.
We always had both.
We have a very traditional, I guess, Spanish Christmas and A little bit, yeah. My family's culturally different. Like my dad's Caucasian, my mom's Spanish, so when you mix those relatives, sometimes it gets heated. Sometimes it makes for some interesting conversations. So
A lot of
I don't know what
passion.
to
And then they're
expect.
New Yorkers on top of it.
yeah, so I don't know what to expect.
Never a dull moment.
Never.
All right, that's our 10 minutes.